If I could bring your attention to Matthew 14 and 19. And said, and he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass. And he took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, and looked up to heaven. And he blessed and brake, and gave the loaves to his disciples, and the disciples to the multitude. What Christ was doing here is he was taking these 5 loaves of bread and these 2 fishes. He was breaking them, and he blessed over them. When you go to, before you go to eat your meal, how many times do you pray over your meal, and then you begin to break it up? Or vice versa, you begin to break it up and pray over your meal. And then you begin to spread it out and then give to each and every one their plates, and they begin to consume it and enjoy their meal. Christ was doing the same thing. He took that bread and he took it and he broke it. Or I should say he blessed it first and then he broke it. Then he gave it to his multitude. You know, that's the same way with God. God has to break us first before he can bless us. And in this instance, you know, God has to be able to break that bread and then bless it. And then he broadcasted it. What Christ did was he took that bread of life, I should say, and he blessed it. He took us and he blessed us. He made sure that we were clothed, made sure that we were in the right mind. Put that sanctification on us, and then broke us where he could deal with us. And then he broadcasted us. What I mean by broadcasting is he sent it out to the multitude. You know, so many times in our church, in this 4 walls, we think that, hey, when I get blessed and I begin to get broken, and it stops there. It'll stop there. When I get blessed, it stops right there. No, sir. What Christ did with this bread is what we have to do. When Christ blessed it and then he broke it, when he broadcasted it, when he sent it out, he didn't keep that bread to himself. If those 12 disciples kept that bread to themselves, it would never multiply. But when they begin to reach out and try to feed those 5,000, the fruit of that bread begin to multiply and feed. And they end up having more of the leftovers than they had in the beginning. How often does that happen? Allow us to be consumed by God. Allow us to be that bread, so when we are broken before the Lord, when God deals with it, he does break us, and then he blesses us. When God does give us that blessing that we come so much to seek for in the services, allow him to broadcast us. Allow him to take us and push us forward and multiply. And that way we can feed these hungry civilians. That way we can feed this world what they're hungry, that's what they're starving for.